Alright, today we are making a blanket ladder holder thing for my fiance that she's been asking for. So what I've got here is two 1x4s, red oak. So I've already laid out and drilled these holes here for these 1.25 inch holes for what's going to be 16-inch rungs. These are 36-inch pieces, and I'm going to cut them down to 16s. Now I do have this guy laid out all the way down. Now these are 6-foot pieces, so I laid out the first rung at 12 inches on the bottom, and every 10 inches after that on the center of the board, obviously. So I'll show you what bit I'm using here on the old drill press. A Forstner bit, 1.25 inch, that I have marked. Hold up, let me see. This here. Yeah. Focus, yes, it will, sort of. There it is. You can see that black ink right there on the side of the bit. That is set at 3/8 deep, so I can get uniform holes all the way down. And as you can see, that makes a really nice hole. Flat on the bottom, and the dowel fits perfectly. I just tested it, and I'll actually show you exactly how nice it cuts on this piece right here. I'll drill out a hole for you so you can see, and then I'll go ahead and drill out the rest of them. Now, by looking through this as it's rotating, I can see exactly where that point is going to hit, so I can get it right on my mark, exactly where it has to be. And now as the bit is rotating, I can see that ink mark, and I'm going to stop as soon as it hits that. Now let's shut that off. There you go. Nice. And yeah, it does make quite a mess. It's flinging wood chips everywhere. I'll have to get around and clean that later. But I'm gonna get back to drilling the rest of these holes out. I'll get back to you. Okay, right now I'm setting up to route the outside edges, get them nice and smooth and rounded over. Right here is a sample piece, me testing different depths to see what's gonna work on this thickness of board. Because if you round it off too much, the that little bearing right there won't have anything to touch on here. As you can see here, how that chewed deep into there, and then it wasn't able to stop the blade from digging in too deep. So I'll show you me routing this out right now. Ooh, man, this is making a friggin' mess. I'm gonna go get a dust mask real quick. Okay, here's what we're left with after routing. Oh. Nice rounded edges, nice and clean. Those burn marks will come off with sanding. All right, so So next step up is going to be cutting the rungs to size. Well, seeing as how I do not have a chop saw, I just have to make do with this guy. Definitely, it's not really a fine-tooth way of doing this, but I make do with what you got. So now I'm going to be sanding up the side pieces, working from 80 up to 150. I already did the rungs from 80 to 150. I didn't record that, but I guess you could probably guess the gist of that. So I'm just gonna get at it. Okay, time for glue up. So take a little bit of dab, some glue in here, right around in there, good. Get the sides and all. A little bit there. A little bit there. Slide that in there. Get that started. Just like that. All right, got it all fitted up. Nice and clamped up. Yeah, that first rung was the tightest one. After that, they all just pretty much just slammed right in there. And fitting the other side wasn't too bad. Just start from one end, then slowly work your way down, giving each one a small wrap with the hammer to make sure it's seated before moving to the next one, before it so you don't have it popping out on you. And now we just wait for the glue to dry, then scrape off that excess glue. Then I'll decide on the finish. Okay, glue's all dried. I'm gonna start applying some stain now. Usually I'll be using a rag, but I'm gonna try this stain brush or sponge, not brush. Let's see how this works out. So let's see, a little bit. See how it looks. Yeah, that's nice. You want to do a nice light coating. If you can see that. Yeah, it's gonna look real good. Nice light coating. You don't want to go too heavy. The heavier the coating goes, the darker it's going to be. Scoop that out. And also, make sure you're using gloves, because not only will this stain the wood, it will stain you and everything else it touches. All right, here's the finished product, all stained up. You can see little some splotches there where I didn't get the glue all the way up. That's why you really want to make sure you get that up. That's a perfect example. There's a few more down there, but overall, I'm real happy with how this came out. Nice dark color. Looks really good. Really makes that grain pop. Now that's just with the stain. I don't believe I'm going to finish it with anything else. Maybe a wax, but I think I'll just leave it in the raw stained form because I do like the feel of it. And realistically, it's only holding blankets. It's not really seeing much wear and tear. So there you go, one blanket ladder.